Mills,
Yes.
Ms. Haynes DeGiacomo,
Yes.
Mr. Roskovich,
Yes.
Mr. Spielman,
Yes.
Mr. Crawford.
Yes.
So we will waive the two readings by a 5-1 vote. And now we can vote on passage of that legislation. Will you please call the roll?
Ms. Mills,
Yes.
Ms. Haynes DeGiacomo,
Yes.
Mr. Roskovich,
Yes.
Mr. Spielman,
Yes.
Mr. Crawford,
Yes.
Ms. Holman.
No.
That item has passed by a 5-1 vote. Okay. And that concludes our legislative items for this evening. Is there any unfinished business before council tonight?
Mr. President, I know this is a little late, but do you mind if I just interject in another question?
Yeah, no.
Okay, you don't mind?
No,
Back
no.
to B, when city manager was explaining, oftentimes people have a business, but it's in a residential facility, residential dwelling. I'm just curious, is that some sort of a loophole, or?
Mr. President, that's not what I said. I did say that there's not, from what I understand, there's not a business going there. What I meant, what I said was, there are times where people put residential dwellings or things like that into a trust or into an LLC rather than their own name. And that's what I believe was the case
So it doesn't
here.
necessarily mean it's commercial or business, it just happens to be in that.
The way that this is constructed, it
Okay.
is a residential dwelling.
Right.
So it could not be a business at this location,
Thank
either one of
you.
those locations.
Thanks.
Thank you. Any other unfinished business? Any new business for council this evening?
Mr. President, I did remind council earlier today, but just another reminder, Apex Skin is doing their ribbon cutting tomorrow at noon. That is on Lake Avenue in the ACMC Plaza. They've put quite an addition and offices into the plaza, so that ribbon cutting is at noon, just a reminder.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Timoney. And there again, those are new jobs coming to town that the hospital has, so that's nice. Okay, anything else for new business?
I have something.
Okay,
So Ashtabula Recovery Court is Tuesday, November 1st, 4 o'clock at the Lakeside Auditorium. This is the 7th convocation celebration. I did attend last year. It was very, very impressive how many people have been helped by Recovery Court. A lot of testimonials, a lot of people coming back, 5 years later with their stories. So that's Tuesday, November 1st, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
4
Oh,
o'clock.
4 o'clock, okay.
Mr. President,
Yes,
I'm not sure how we do this or when we do this, but I know that the Parks and Rec Board, we do have I think it's a council, it's a vote for reappointment for Mary Graves for the board. Not sure how we do that or how we, I think, is her time expired?
okay.
Okay.
So when should we have done that? We could probably do it now.
September.
September 18th.
You can do it.
We can do that now, right?
You can do a reappointment effective September 17th.
New, in our new business. Are you making a motion, Ms. Mills, for new business?
Yes, sure, yes.
And I'll second it.
All right, Ms. Mills moves for the reappointment of Mary Graves.
She requested that?
What?
She requested that?
Yes.
Yeah. And then Ms. Haynes
Would like to
DeGiacomo
continue. Yes.
seconds, and that'll be retroactive to September 17th. Because you've been still attending, so we'll just do that. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? We will do that reappointment by a 6-0 vote. Okay? Is there any other new business? Okay.
Mr. President?
Yeah.
I was going to remind, the Christmas parades, believe it or not, is coming up. It's on Friday, November 18th at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And the theme is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer this year. And the parade route on the website showed Park Avenue, Main Avenue. I think it just kind of loops around. And wanted to remind folks that no vendors without a proper license. And I think if they, maybe I could get a little help, what kind of a license would they need if they were going to sell something?
They would need a temporary vendor permit, and we do issue those at our office. I want to say they're $250 a month for that.
Okay, okay.
And what's the turnaround time by the time they put in an application and it's approved?
Usually less than a week.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you for that new business.
Counselor Mills, what time is the parade?
7 PM.
7 p.m.
Does anyone have anything for tell us something we don't know? We've heard a couple of things, and that's good.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I would like to congratulate St. John's varsity and junior varsity volleyball team. The girls went undefeated in the NAC conference, and this is their first year in the NAC. So they won their championship, and they were actually presented a plaque on Friday from the commissioner of the NAC.
Oh,
So
good.
congratulations to all the ladies on both those teams.
Good, very good. Thank you very much, Mr. Crawford.
Mr. President,
Yeah.
and along those same lines, the Lakeside Dragons varsity volleyball team did win the CVC title also. So I think they have their tournament game starts Wednesday at Lakeside.
Very good. Well, good for us. All right.
Mr. President?
Yes.
I was gonna ask Mr. Manager, probably everybody got the Aqua about the rates in their most recent bill. I think I got it, maybe on Saturday. So is there, at our Public Works meeting, is that something that they're gonna do anything with discussing? Or we did that at the last one?
I don't think so.
Aqua? Aqua's rate increase? Yeah, that won't come to our committees. They're probably going through the PUCO.
Okay,
If that was in your bill, it's probably a rate, that increase that they're putting in front of the PUCO. Anybody does have the opportunity to comment to the PUCO on rate increases and justification of that.
okay,
It probably includes some information. I haven't seen my bill yet, so I haven't received any notification of that.
okay.
I mean, I probably have. I haven't looked at my bill, so mine's an auto pay. Sorry.
I get the paper bill, so.
Mr. President?
Yeah.
So on that note, when you're a Ashtabula Chamber member, you can take your handy dandy bills down to them and they will find you the best pricing for electric and gas. I just did that.
Thank you.
Good. And Mr. President, I wanted to ask Mr. Manager if, I did have, I wanted to thank the Housing and Animal Control, and I do think the police department had gotten involved in a few things, but I've had probably like 9 calls or complaints since the last meeting. Lots about housing and whatnot, but one question I wasn't sure about, if the tree trimmers that come through, and I think it's Penline, that cuts in the back lots for electric, and they leave the debris and maybe they forget an area to come back to, maybe they cut all the other neighbors. Are they supposed to get a hold of the utility company, or what do they do when there's?
Well, that would depend on what was left. Everybody should have got some kind of door hanger that said they were going to be in the area. If you look at that door hanger, it says limbs and things that they're cutting that they're not able to remove need to be removed by the homeowner. And that is because those trees typically are owned by the homeowner, and they're doing the trimming to protect the lines of those trees that the homeowner should be doing on their own rather than the utility company doing it. So they need to look at that, number one. If they have any questions, just have them call my office, and we will see if we'll contact them directly and see what they know about that issue, or if they can go out and look at it.
Perfect, thank you.
And before we move on to our, I just want to, I want to just thank or congratulate the Nagels from the Fat Sally's Warehouse. They had a trunk or treat event, and there were people everywhere. It was just so crowded with kids and families, and everything was free. I know like Becker's Restaurant helped out also, and there were other sponsors, I don't know them all. But what a night. They were just kids, and what a fun thing to see everybody there. So I really, kudos to them for thinking of doing such a nice thing for the community.
Mr. President, I neglected to mention too, when you mentioned trunk or treat, and yes, the Fat Sally's did an outstanding job down there, coordinating everything and keeping everybody safe also. On Friday the 28th, the day before our citywide trick or treat, and I don't have the times right off the top of my head, but there will be information coming out. Signature Health holds their annual trunk or treat down here on Main Avenue. We close off Main Avenue from Center Street down to West 48th Street, and usually have a great attendance as well, and expect that same for this year. They were concerned that they weren't going to be able to do it because originally their candy supplier wasn't sure if they could meet the demands of the amount of candy that they needed. They order tens of thousands of pieces of candy for the community. They really do a nice job, and we are again letting them set up a tent on our property as well to help facilitate with that. So great event. Hopefully people can come out. We usually have our police department and fire department participating as well, along with a lot of other community members. So a lot of good things coming up for people to do in our area.
Mr. Manager, what time does that?
I don't have the time off the top of my head. They'll be, we just did the permit with them and just finalized that they were actually going to have it. I want to say it starts at either 4 or 5 o'clock usually.
All right, thank you. Yeah,
I still have one more thing.
okay.
So, of course, the YMCA was mentioned tonight, which makes me want to mention the cash raffle. $5,000 first place, $1,000 second place, $500 third place. The tickets are $10. You can go to the YMCA where we only have 2 weeks of selling left. They're $10. Go down to the Y, buy lots of tickets, and I guess that's it.
And win the money, okay. All right, thank you. At this time, we will hear from the anyone interested in addressing council this evening. Mr. Keister, I apologize that we had to push it back to the end of the meeting, so. Oh, well, is that good or bad?
My name's Ron Keister, 1444 Morton Drive. And I'm here to complain about the bicycle path on West Avenue. And I've talked to a lot of people about this, and I've not run across one person that thinks that ought to be there. And it's used very, very little. It's very detrimental to trucks turning into those businesses over there on West Avenue. And matter of fact, 3 different times I've seen people riding bicycles north on the west side of West Avenue, where they're not supposed to be. But I rarely see bicycles on that side. And personally, I think it should be done away with. And I think everybody I've talked to has the same feeling, but I'm here alone. But it's really not good for business down there. Those trucks are having a hard time getting into those industries and that little plaza there. And personally, I think it should be done away with.
Thank you, Mr. Keister. I know we have had others who have come and spoke to us about that. And I think at one time, Mr. Timonier will correct, they are thinking about maybe modifying it, maybe adding a middle lane or, shrinking. So it is being, we have heard quite a few concerns, and it is being studied or considered and addressed.
If it was shrunk down to about 10 feet, and that's all they need, trust me. I go by there 6 or 8 times a day and rarely ever see a bicycle.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else who would like to address council at this time? Seeing no one, our next council meeting will be Monday, November 7th. We have a 3-week break here. And so we will see everybody at that time and wish everybody well. Thank you.